Ever feel like your routine is a mess? You wake up in the morning and the day just seems to fall apart before it even starts. You've got so many things to do, but you can't seem to keep up. You're busy all day, but nothing feels like it's getting done. Sounds familiar, right? Trust me, you're not alone. A lot of people get stuck in a routine that's no longer working for them. But guess what? It's not the end of the world. You can fix it, and I'm here to show you how to unfuck your routine step by step. The first thing to understand is it's okay to be stuck sometimes. We all go through it. The important thing is that you realize you can change it. Your routine doesn't have to control you. You can take back control, and it starts with just a few small changes. Are you ready to make those changes? Let's get into it. We all know how it feels when everything goes wrong. You wake up late, spill coffee on yourself, and your day just seems to go downhill. But it doesn't have to be like that. You can start fresh every day. The key is knowing where to start. The first step is simple. Acknowledge that your routine needs work. Don't worry about fixing everything at once. Just take a minute to realize what's not working for you. Is it your morning routine, or maybe you're juggling too many tasks? Write it down. Make a note of what you feel is holding you back. Now that you know what's broken, it's time to set some goals. But don't overcomplicate it. You don't need to make a huge list of things to do. Instead, focus on one thing that will make a big difference today. You don't have to solve everything right now. If you can fix one thing today, you'll be moving in the right direction. Ask yourself, what's the one task that, if I do it today, will make the biggest impact on my day? That's where you start. As you move through your day, don't forget about your environment. Have you ever noticed how your space can affect your mood? If your room, desk, or even your phone is a mess, it can make you feel overwhelmed before you even get started. So take a few minutes to clean up. You don't have to do a deep clean, but clear off your desk, tidy up your living space, and organize things that distract you. The cleaner your space, the clearer your mind. Now, let's talk about your mornings. How do you usually start your day? If it's a rush to get out the door and you don't have time to think, it's no wonder your routine feels off. The way you start your day affects how the rest of it will go. So, start by adding one small thing to your mornings that makes you feel good. It could be as simple as stretching for 5 minutes, drinking water before anything else, or taking a few deep breaths. The goal isn't to spend hours on a complicated routine, but to do something that sets a positive tone for the rest of your day. Once you've got your space organized and your morning set, it's time to think about the rest of your day. You've got things to do, right? But how do you decide what to do first? Well, the answer is simple. Prioritize. Instead of trying to do everything, focus on what matters most. It might sound obvious, but so many people forget to do this. We get caught up in doing everything at once and end up getting nothing done. So ask yourself, what's the most important task I need to get done today? Once you've figured that out, focus on it first. After that, you can work through the rest of your to-do list. Throughout your day, don't forget to take breaks. It's easy to think that working non-stop is the way to get things done, but your brain needs rest too. Breaks help you recharge and stay focused. So, every once in a while, step away from what you're doing. Go for a short walk, stretch, or even just close your eyes for a minute. Trust me, it'll help you get back to work with more energy and focus. You've probably heard this a million times, but I'll say it again. Take care of yourself. If you're not eating well, sleeping enough, or moving your body, it's going to be much harder to stick to any routine. It's not about being perfect, but doing small things that help you feel better. Maybe start drinking more water, get a little more sleep, or take a quick walk after lunch. These things seem small, but they make a big difference in how you feel, and they'll help you stay focused and productive. Now, here's something a lot of people forget. Check in with yourself. Life is constantly changing, and your routine should change with it. If something isn't working anymore, it's okay to adjust. Every week, take a moment to think about what's going well and what's not. Maybe you need to move things around, or maybe something new needs to be added. Don't be afraid to tweak your routine until it feels right. Motivation is another key factor. Let's be real. Some days, it's hard to stay motivated, but you've got to find your why. What's the reason you want to stick to a routine in the first place? Is it to feel less stressed? To have more free time? Or is it to achieve a personal goal? Whatever it is, knowing why you're doing something helps keep you going when things get tough. So take a moment to think about what drives you and let that motivation push you through the tough days. Lastly, and probably the most important thing I can say, Be kind to yourself. It's so easy to beat yourself up when things aren't going well. But guess what? You're only human. Everyone has days when their routine falls apart. The key is not to stay stuck there. If you mess up or miss a task, don't get discouraged. Just pick yourself up and try again tomorrow. Your routine isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. So celebrate the little wins, like finishing a task or sticking to your routine for a few days in a row. Remember, unfucking your routine isn't about making huge changes overnight. It's about taking small steps to get back on track. So if you're feeling stuck, know that it's okay. Start with one small change today, and before you know it, you'll have a routine that works for you again. Are you ready to take control of your routine? Start now, and you'll be amazed at how much you can change in just a few days. The journey to a better routine starts with you, and it starts today.